Hey all, welcome back to the channel. It's Lisa here. Welcome to Morgan Tarot. I'm going to do a collective reading this evening. Haven't done one for a while, so I figured why not. Done all of my zodiac reads for the month, and I'm now going to do a collective read. So this is basically going to be for no particular zodiac sign. It is going to be for whoever is guided to see the message when they're guided to see it. Any zodiac placement, sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. It's not your message, you know. Take what resonates, leave what does not, and move along to the next reading, please. So yeah, if it doesn't sound like your message within the maybe first 5 minutes or so, then it probably isn't your message. If it sounds like it's connecting, then obviously watch more and find out what's happening. Yeah, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. Hit the notification bell so you get alerted when I update new videos. But yeah, I am happy with the subscribers that I do have, so thank you for your support, and let's get the message, guys. I think I've given it a pretty good shuffle. I am using my new Modern Love Tarot deck, which I absolutely love. It represents, you know, all different forms of love. You know, love is diverse, and love comes in all forms and shapes. All right, I'm going to angle the camera down and focus on the cards and the message. So yeah, let's get started, guys. Okay, one more shuffle. All right, I'm going to start with this deck and then I'm going to clarify if needed. All right, let's give it a shuffle first and see what comes out. We are doing a freestyle read, which is my most common type of read. I prefer, or actually I'll try not to put my arms on the table because it does shake and wobble, which is probably not ideal for the viewer. All right, spirit guides, guardian angels, and the universe. Can I please have a message for the collective? I'll keep the cards down until I turn them over. All right, can I have more for the collective, please? What's happening? Whew, did you see that, guys? It literally flew across the room. Okay, this is a message for the collective. Thank you, spirit guides, guardian angels, and the universe. Take that one. Okay, I'll take 6 cards to start with. 6 cards. So can I get 3 more, please, for the collective in love? Thank you, spirit guides, guardian angels, the universe. Whoops. And 1 more. And then we'll do some clarifiers and get some more information. I've got more than one. Okay, spirit, thank you. I'm going to take them because they came out. I always feel guided to do that. Well, sometimes, but don't always. Okay, so I've got 3, 6, 8 cards. All right, at least it's an even number, right? Sun at the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. Right, so the very first energy that I have is the Chariot. Okay, Major Arcanum, right, to start the reading, which is amazing. And it's basically the overall energy of the read. So the overall energy of this collective read is the Chariot, you know, Major Arcanum number 7. This is quite literally about, you know, forward movement, you know, charging towards what it is that you want, charging towards victory, charging towards success, traveling towards it even. You know, sometimes it can be that, you know, what you deem as victory and success, what you are after, what you're going for is actually at a distance from you. So it could be someone, you know, that's at a distance. It could literally just be an achievement that is not quite, you know, you're not quite there yet. There is a way to go. There is some traveling to get to that achievement. You know, determination is definitely important here. Willpower, you know, because that's what this energy is all about, right? It's about, you know, charging forward with determination, with willpower, and wanting success and victory. I mean, I feel like you know what you want right here, and you know what you want right now. You know, there could be 2 opposing, you know, two opposing things here, right? The dark, larger dog, and we've got the small, you know, white dog. It's literally, you know, representing the 2 opposing energies here. We've got dark and light, we've got big and small, we've got 2 different opposing energies here for this collective message. So, you know, like I said, a dark, larger dog and a small, whiter dog. So there is something here that is opposing in this connection. I do feel like it is a love message, but we're going to go ahead and find out a bit more at this point in time. What do we have next? We have got the King of Pentacles, but King of Pentacles is in reverse. Interesting. Okay, so King of Pentacles upright is, you know, very determined. He's a great leader. He's a born leader, in fact, you know. Very, you know, he's got his head screwed on. He's got his head screwed on. He knows exactly what he wants. He knows exactly how to get it. He's a good leader, strong leader. But I feel as though in reverse here, this is someone obsessing over, you know, something materialistic, you know, because the King of Pentacles, like I said, has his stuff in order, but he's also very financially abundant. He's very self-made. And in reverse, I feel as though this person may be, you know, obsessing over that, might be, you know, holding too much significance over this aspect of their lives. They may be 2:22 on the clock, guys, or 3:33. I've just had both. You know, very obsessed over material wealth, material growth, and kind of having some kind of status here, seeking some kind of status materialistically, in terms of finances, money, status, you know, any of those things. Maybe even being a little bit greedy here. So there is a need to balance out the material with the spiritual, is what I'm getting so far with this collective message. So I'm seeing someone here who wants to charge towards success and victory here. But there is some kind of opposing force here, whether it be in life, love, or romance. In life, love, or work. I don't know. We're going to need to clarify and get some more information. But there is definitely something here that is kind of causing an opposing force here. I do feel like someone is really focused on, you know, just on getting what they want here, on success and victory, on charging towards success and victory here. At all costs is what I'm hearing. At all costs. Doesn't matter what it takes. They're going to get what they want here. This is someone who's very determined, has a lot of willpower. And, you know, here we see someone with this King of Pentacles in reverse who doesn't really care what it takes. You know, they're going to get what they want regardless. Again, similar energy, obsessing over material growth and abundance and wealth is what I'm seeing. Okay, and then we have the Two of Wands. With the Two of Wands here, collective, I feel as though, you know, this is about planning and progress, about making a decision, being at a crossroads, you know. We can literally see, you know, the two wands crossing over here. It's about being at a crossroads, being unsure about something, you know, decisions needing to be made. You know, it's kind of like the comfort zone versus the unknown. So, you know, the wand that you lean towards is your, you know, comfort zone, and the wand that is against you or further away from you, generally in most of the decks, is the unknown. It's the thing that you don't know quite how it's going to turn out. So you kind of, you know, are less certain about it and unsure about whether to take that pathway. But it's definitely about new adventures and growth and learning, because let's face it, you know, we don't learn new things in our comfort zone, do we? But I'm feeling very much like with the three energies that we've got so far, with the Chariot, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and now the Two of Wands, I'm feeling as though, you know, there definitely needs to be a decision made here about forward movement, and it needs to be, you know, less focused on material wealth and abundance and more focused on just happiness, right? So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. Oops, just dropped that one. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. Interesting. Okay, the Seven of Wands here, you know, this is very much about grounding and protecting yourself. It's about, you know, movement and growth, once again, which we already kind of have the overall energy in this reading. So the Chariot is very much about movement and growth. And the Two of Wands is about movement and growth too, to some extent. It's about making a decision. It's about being at a crossroads and needing to make a choice. So yeah, I'm seeing here again, you know, needing to ground yourself, to protect yourself, to guard your energy. You might need to share your ideas. You might want to express yourself here. But you're definitely standing your ground and feeling very protected in this energy. So I do feel as though you've got something here that you need to protect. And I feel like it could be because maybe in your heart of hearts, you know that you're kind of not being, I don't know, I kind of feel like there's something a little bit off about this message. Maybe you know that you are charging towards success and victory, which is great. We all want that. But you're being a little bit selfish about it, perhaps, with this King of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone that, you know, doesn't really care what they, you know, how they get what they want. They kind of just go about it in a very selfish regard, and they're very materialistic. And this Two of Wands here, you know, represents someone who, again, needs to make a decision. Maybe it's a decision that's very important, but at the same time, you're not really giving it the time, you know, that it needs to make the decision. Maybe you're rushing into something here. The Chariot does move forward really fast, and maybe you're trying to make this decision quite rushed. Maybe you're making a decision maybe based on, you know, head over heart kind of decision where you just focus more on, you know, on growth, on materialistic stuff, on greed even, you know, just being greedy and wanting what you want, but not really thinking about the consequences on what it has on someone else. Now, I don't quite know if this is love or outside of love at this point. I'm just reading the energies so far, and it does look as though there's someone who needs to make a decision, who is at a crossroads, who is probably leaning towards what's comfortable to them, what they know, but at the same time needs to, you know, take into account, you know, that, you know, going towards success and victory is great, but, you know, at what cost? Make sure that you're not, you know, blocking yourself out here to possibilities with the Seven of Wands energy, not, you know, blocking people off, not being defensive, guarded, overly defensive and guarded, you know, putting yourself in a protective bubble, maybe even just like being greedy and, you know, being selfish to some extent with this King of Pentacles in reverse. You know, he is, King of Pentacles upright is someone who is very, you know, warm and loving and caring, but in reverse, less so. You know, someone who is probably more focused on themselves and on their abundance and their happiness, and their happiness and abundance comes from, you know, whatever they gain materialistically. So maybe that's a message for you in this collective message, you know, that you need to focus less on materialistic things and focus more on happiness, in charging towards what you want here and making a decision and being less guarded about it. You know, maybe you are even defensive that someone is saying to you, you're being, you know, overly materialistic here. Maybe someone you know and care about, or someone, you know, a close friend or family member is saying, hey, you know, you're focusing too much on what is materialistic here and less on romance and love, you know, using your head over heart, like I said. Yeah, so that's what I have with that message. All right, in the heart of the spread, I have got the Five of Cups. Surprise, surprise. Not really surprised that's here, given the message that I've already read. You know, you could be grieving a loss here of some kind. You know, definitely about being guilty and remorseful. You might be brokenhearted. Perhaps, you know, you chose one thing over another here. And we did get that kind of energy with the Chariot here. You know, we've got that dark and light energy, that big and small energy, that making a choice kind of energy. Got the Two of Wands, making a choice energy. King of Pentacles, making a choice that maybe is head over heart, you know, more about materialistic wealth and growth than anything else. You know, maybe greed did take over here, you know, status, money, finances, you know, whatever, material abundance. And, you know, we do have, you know, shadow and light here with the Chariot energy here. We do have known and unknown energies here with the Two of Wands. And we do have, you know, that maybe you don't want to be challenged on this and move on here with this Seven of Wands energy. So there's definitely a lot of energies here that lead us to this Five of Cups energy, where you are maybe grieving something, you are feeling a bit lost, you are a bit unsure, you are feeling a bit remorseful about your decision if you've made it already, or you're just like struggling with the decision in itself. There is a decision here that needs to be made, and there's a number of factors that are being taken into consideration, which could be, you know, having an impact on the decision. Next, I have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so with the Seven of Cups here, collective, maybe you gave in to the choices and the allure of temptation here, you know, maybe needing to move forward without knowing, you know, the full outcomes or the full options here. Maybe you are misled by some material wealth and growth here is what I'm feeling here. Some kind of fantasy, some kind of illusion. Maybe you are overwhelmed by decisions here, by choices that you needed to make. I see you kind of made the wrong choice here. And I feel like it's a past energy here. And we've kind of overlooked it here with the Chariot, King of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Seven of Wands, Five of Cups. Someone is in guilt and remorse here. Someone's defensive and guarded. Someone's kind of been at a crossroads here, been quite selfish and just been charging towards success and victory without really any thought for anyone other than themselves, it seems. And it feels like with this Seven of Cups, there has been, you know, this has been about choices. This is about giving in to the allure of temptation. It's about wanting to move forward without really knowing the full, you know, having a full understanding, or, you know, being aware of all of the options kind of thing, you know, being led by illusions, and by maybe, you know, materialistic things that are guiding you maybe a bit more so than others, and find fantasy and illusion and overwhelmed by decisions here is what I'm seeing. We're going to clarify some of these energies. So that's just what I'm seeing at this point in time. I'm seeing someone who's struggling with choices here, who's probably made a foolish mistake is what I'm seeing. Okay, and then I have got the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, it feels as though there has been, you know, maybe, I feel like you've chose a brand new connection here, collective, you know, maybe, well, yeah, a new romantic relationship here. The aces are all about new opportunities, divinely granted, divinely gifted new opportunities. So I do see a new connection here blossoming, or, you know, choosing a brand new connection here. Newfound emotions, or so you thought at least, you know, led by perhaps illusions and greed and the unknown, you know, thinking this connection would bring all that you wanted forward here. With the Chariot, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Seven of Cups. You know, I feel as though you've maybe made a choice that you don't feel overly 14:44 on the clock, if that means anything to you guys. 444, you know, I do feel as though you may have made a very, you know, you may be feeling as though you've made a significant mistake here with this coming out at this point of the read. You know, you've definitely gone towards something new here, but you may have been misled, I'm seeing. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, and then we're finishing off with the Hierophant here. With the Hierophant here, Major Arcanum number 5, you know, this is very much about a lesson, you know, a spiritual lesson, right? Acknowledgement is here. Awakenment is here. I feel like you've become very enlightened here, and what love really is about, you know, what you truly want. Your values and your beliefs, your systems are being tested here, and I feel like that's come about through whatever decision you've made here. So I feel as though, you know, this decision I just spoke about that perhaps you feel is wrong for you, that isn't the right choice to make, that you've already made, you know, you are kind of living in the guilt and remorse of that, because, you know, the heart of the read is the Five of Cups, which is, you know, a very significant card in the spread. Someone who is very much in their emotions here, who's very, you know, lost and guilty and feeling the remorse of their decision. We have indecision here. You know, Seven of Cups is all about indecision. It's having choices to make and being, you know, indecisive about it. Covering that, we've got the Two of Wands. You can't make this up. Again, indecision, choice, crossroads, not sure where to go. 17:70 on the clock. Covering the Five of Cups above it, you know, we've got the King of Pentacles in reverse. Someone who has been very selfish, you know, isn't in that general upright, you know, energy of the King of Pentacles, who is very warm and loving and giving and cares about others. In the reverse, they're not so much so. They're more so about their own material wealth and growth, being quite selfish in that energy. Overall energy of the read, you know, being the Chariot, you know, going towards success and victory, charging towards it at whatever cost it takes, right? And covering that, we've got this Seven of Wands. Someone who really doesn't want to know what you think or care about, or cares about what you think rather. They just go after what they want, and they just really are very blocked and guarded to what anyone has to say or what anyone thinks, anyone's opinions, thoughts, beliefs about what's happening. They just follow their own heart and follow their own, you know, logic, I guess, about what's happening. They don't really follow their heart at all. They're just literally following their logic, which I feel is what leads them to this Five of Cups energy, where they really do ultimately feel bad about it, feel, you know, guilty, lost, remorseful, but they're at the same time, you know, they made this decision and they're going with it at this point in time, is what I'm seeing. So yeah, again, Ace of Cups. I feel, you know, someone here, yeah, this person has made a decision definitely to go towards something new here. Yeah, and it's been led by greed, you know, by the unknown, by thinking this connection would bring all that they wanted here. And then to finish out, like I said, the Hierophant here, again, a very spiritual lesson here, you know, higher learning, higher levels of learning, spiritual learning, awakenment, enlightenment, and learning about what truly matters, you know. This is about, you know, your values, your belief system. It's about learning and gaining a really solid understanding about what truly matters to you in this connection, and what truly matters in life and in your spiritual awakenment. You know, I feel like this person has really come to an understanding that they've been greedy here, that they've been selfish here, that they have not really thought about anyone but themselves. They've guarded themselves, they've protected themselves from anyone's opinions, and they've just charged towards whatever they thought was the right thing at the time. You know, not really relying on any kind of heart decision. It's just very much been a head over heart. It's been very much, you know, logic over reasoning. Yeah, it's just been imbalanced in some way, shape or form here. has moved slightly, that is because I have taken a break and come back to the reading. So yeah, we are now doing some clarifiers. I'm just going to do a couple. The message is pretty clear to me because I do feel as though you have been influenced, wrongly by some kind of it feels like, kind of greed here, for want of a better word. So, okay, Spirit, can I please clarify, first of all, why is the Chariot here is the overall energy of the read for the collective? Clarify the Chariot card, please. Just one energy. Two of Wands. Yeah, and we actually have the Two of Wands here already in the main spread. Who was, is really focused on planning here and progress. Forward movement. The possibilities were endless, I feel. At least you felt that way. You had decisions to make here, important decisions, I feel. And you wanted to kind of move out of your comfort zone, I feel, and move into some kind of new adventure, new beginning here. Definitely, I see why this Two of Wands is here twice. This is literally you, planning and making plans for progress and forward movement and possibilities and choices that were, perhaps leaning towards the unknown, a new adventure here, or it could have been the known, I'm not sure, but definitely indecision is part of this aspect. So I see someone here who needed to make a decision here about forward movement here, but was very much, indecisive here because we have the Two of Wands here twice. So you did make a decision in the end, obviously, but I feel like it led you in the wrong direction. All right, let's get a clarifier for why is this Knight of Pentacles here in reverse? That's a very significant message for this reading. Can we get a clarifier for the Knight of Pentacles in reverse? Why is this Knight of Pentacles in reverse for the collective message? Thank you, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, and the Universe. Why is this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, please? Okay, one more shuffle. Okay, we've got the Devil energy. Yeah. We spoke about this Knight of Pentacles message. I do feel as though heavily, this was someone who was, obsessing over material wealth here, and seeking status and materialistic and being greedy. And what do we have? We have the Devil, quite literally clarifying it. So the Devil, explains exactly what I was feeling with this message and this energy. This is someone very greedy, someone imbalanced, and this is literally the card of greed. The Devil here is very selfish, very toxic, and really doesn't consider anyone but themselves, and that's what I'm feeling with this Knight of Pentacles energy. When represented positively, upright, very, very positive message, but in reverse, not so. Clarifier for, let's get a clarifier for this Seven of Wands. Why is this Seven of Wands here? Okay, I'll take this one. Nine of Wands, clarifying the Seven. Now, as I spoke about with the Seven of Wands, defensive, guarded, blocked, not wanting to really, be challenged on their decision here because they needed to make a decision. It was selfish. It was motivated by greed. It was to do with forward movement and, for themselves, forward growth, forward movement. They had decisions to make here. They're not feeling good about their decision. They've learned lessons from it. I'm seeing someone who's really learned lessons from an unfortunate decision that they made. And with this Nine of Wands clarifying this Seven of Wands, again, guarded, defensive, standing tall, standing strong, yes. But also, this is a mental health card. This is someone that is very, going through it, someone who's not in the best of energies right now, someone who is actually experiencing mental health concerns, mental health worries, and it's because of things that they've done in the past, things that they're not quite happy with, things that they're not really okay with at this point in time. So that's why I'm seeing this clarifying this Seven of Wands. As I spoke about with the Seven of Wands energy, this is an energy of someone who, is very defensive and guarded about the choices that they've made. They're literally blocked off saying, no, I'm not willing to discuss this. This is the choice I made. I made it for my own reasons, And I feel like now they're really going through that energy. They're really, processing it. They know that they can't really, argue and defend that because they already spoke about this at length. They already said, no, I'm not open to any, discussion here. This is what I chose and this is why I chose it. So now they're kind of going through, the logical consequences for that, right? For being, choosing logic over reason, they're going through the logical consequences of that, which is, okay, I chose that, now I'm going to suffer the consequences for it. So that's what I'm seeing here. They're going through a kind of mental health energy here with this Nine of Wands. All right, let's get a clarifier for this Five of Cups. Why is the Five of Cups here for the collective read? Show us why. Show us a clarifier for their regret and remorse for this decision. What else do we need to know about their regret and remorse for this decision that they made? Three of Wands. Okay. Yeah, so again, as we spoke about this Five of Cups, someone here made a decision that they're not happy with, and they're now going through the emotions of that. We saw that very clearly here with the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands. So yeah, just briefly, you know, going through the motions here, very upset, very remorseful, feeling very guilty, but a lesson that needed to be learned nonetheless. The Hierophant here at the end of the reading, you know, really demonstrates that this was a lesson that needed to be learned. It was a spiritual lesson. It was literally something that needed to happen. It was a spiritual awakening that this person needed, right? Whether this be you or whoever you're watching this reading for, whether this be you or your person, you needed to learn some valuable lessons and gain some values and beliefs, and, you know, strengthen their values and belief system is what I'm hearing. You know, understand things in a new way, and gain some newfound understandings about their own values and beliefs, and really strengthen those, because I feel like this person could easily be swayed, you know, and that's why they were in this energy where they were just unsure about what to do here, because they weren't trusting themselves, they weren't trusting their values, they weren't trusting their beliefs, they weren't trusting themselves, you know. But I feel like they've learned that lessons from this, you know, situation, right? From making the wrong decision and now really sitting in that guilt and remorse about it. So what I'm seeing here, clarifying, you know, Three of Wands here represents someone who did have a decision to make, was waiting for the ships to come in, 13:13 on the clock, if that means anything to you guys, you know. But I feel like, you know, looking for that expansion, looking for that growth, you know, this person was seeking greener pastures, and I don't know that you got it. I don't know that you got what you wanted here. I feel like you learned a very valuable lesson, but I don't think that you gained what you wanted from it. But you did gain a very spiritual lesson here, and learned about beliefs and values, and what making informed decisions that are more based on, you know, a balance of logic and reason and emotion, rather than just one over the other, you know. I feel like it wasn't really thought through very carefully here. It was just, you know, someone being very defensive, someone being a little bit toxic here with the Devil here, selfish, greedy, you know, focused on materialism here, on what they could gain from the situation, blocking people off, blocking off their thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and listening to what they had to say to help you make the decision. You know, led by illusions here with the Seven of Cups here, not really seeing things for what they were at the time. You know, making decisions maybe here, you know, more like being led over by emotion at that point in time, but definitely learning the lessons in the end, right? Because that's the ultimate victory here that you could possibly have, learning those lessons for the next time. So we do have the Two of Wands here twice and the Three of Wands here now. So that shows me that there was definitely a crossroads here that needed to be crossed. There was definitely learnings that needed to come from this connection on this experience. Whatever this experience was, it was definitely needed. It was part of your spiritual growth. It's part of your spiritual journey. So you are in guilt and remorse, but you are, at the end of the day, learning the spiritual lessons from this with the Three of Wands. And I'm finally going to clarify, why is the Hierophant here? I'd like to get a clarify about the Hierophant. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to take both of these. I've got the Tower and the Eight of Wands. So literally forward movement here with the Eight of Wands, you know, this is literally advancing yourself here. This is literally you advancing your spiritual growth, your learning, overall learning in general here. You know, the Hierophant is one of the most spiritual cards in the deck, right? This is you seriously bossing up, blowing up, learning very, very spiritual lessons, and you know, you're never going to make this same mistake again, right? You are advancing forward here significantly with this Eight of Wands. That's my yes card as well, but it's also you advancing significantly with this Hierophant, almost at like really a super enlightened level of understanding here, coming from someone who, you know, was purely like focused on yourself. I feel like you're now focused on spirit here. You know, gaining the spiritual lessons and awakenment. You're never going to make this mistake again, I see. All right, so forward movement here, Eight of Wands. Everything that you want is coming in your way. This is literally success and victory charging towards you. And then we have the Tower here, which shows me that, you know, this is literally your foundations crumbling. You know, whatever mistakes happened in the past, they're falling down, they're crumbling, and you're going to rebuild your whole, you know, you're going to rebuild yourself. You're going to rebuild your whole kingdom, your whole situation, your whole scenario, and you're going to have something much, much more spiritual now that's going to really advance you forward here with this Eight of Wands energy. You know, spiritual growth, spiritual advancement here, you know, unexpected. You know, this is a very, very positive advancement here with a Tower here, because we literally have the Hierophant, the Eight of Wands, and the Tower. You can't get a more powerful message than that. Advancement, spiritual awakenment, forward movement, literally charging towards the Tower, which is literally someone building a whole new foundation for themselves, advancing here into a new foundation, creating a new foundation, having a new foundation, a new structure, a new way of being, a new way of living, right? And that's what I'm seeing for you guys. So if this is your message, collective, I really am happy for you. 17 on the clock. This is literal spiritual advancement. This is you becoming spiritually awakened. This is literally you waking up a new person. I can't make it any clearer. You know, this message wasn't that positive. It was someone, you know, needing, you know, someone being quite selfish and making decisions that were self-serving. But I'm seeing someone who grows from this, who learns from this, who advances their values, beliefs, their values and belief system, who moves forward here, advances in a very spiritual and positive way, who gets everything they ever dreamed of, and it happens quite unexpectedly. These are like, oh, this is an amazing message. All right, guys, that's the message I have for you. I'm going to stop there. I don't want to go on any longer. So whatever you want is coming in here. It's going to be very, very unexpected, and it's going to be a huge glow up. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.